My goal as a volcanogeologist is to predict where the next eruption will occur. But what causes a volcanic eruption? Magma, which is rock so hot it is melted. But unlike molten metal, magma is a complex mixture of solid, liquid, and gas that forms gargantuan pools deep beneath the surface of active volcanoes. Occasionally, pieces of magma will break away from this pool and rise toward the surface. As it does so, gas expands within the magma, causing its pressure to increase. If enough pressure builds up by the time the magma reaches the surface, you get an eruption, like the one from Mount St. Helens in 1980, produced a towering 15-mile tall column of ash and a horizontal blast so powerful it destroyed an entire forest, enough trees that could have built 300,000 homes. In order to understand eruptions like these, I use sophisticated computer models that study how various forces acting within the volcano influence the pathways of magma snaking its way underground, trying to reach the surface. This is important information because, unlike the eruption from Mount St. Helens, many volcanoes erupt downslope, and this poses serious risks for nearby communities, especially when they're cities containing millions of people. Therefore, my role as a volcanologist is to better constrain where these eruptions will occur so that these communities can be informed of the proper action. However, I can't take these models for granted, so I have to test them with observations. Interestingly, these observations often come not from other active volcanoes, but from inactive ones that are very old. Last year, I got to visit Middle-earth. For you Lord of the Rings fans, that's New Zealand. And I was studying the bucolic hills of the Banks Peninsula, something like the Shire. But did you know that 9 million years ago, this used to be Mount Doom, a fiery inferno? It was, but after millions of years of inactivity, erosion has exposed these ancient magma pathways into solid walls of rock, like the one I'm sitting on. So I was able to compare the locations of these walls of rock and compare them with my computer model in order to determine which forces were dominant in influencing those magma pathways. And so I could improve my model and apply it to the active volcanoes like Mount Doom or Mount St. Helens. But why am I here in Illinois in the middle of cornfields? A lot of people ask me that. The reason is Illinois hosts a state-of-the-art supercomputing facility, which allows me and my lab mates to understand the full complexity of volcanoes today in order to predict their eruptions tomorrow. Thank you.